Hey, it's Adam, and you're listening to The Adam Cobb Show. Weekly content devoted to all things fitness, finding your center, and fumbling through fatherhood. Thank you for taking the time to tune in. We hope this is a space that you come to, that you can feel connected. We're better together. Please subscribe and follow all of our social channels so you don't miss a thing. Let's listen to today's episode. Sit at a table where they speak about ideas, growth, dreams, and goals, not people. Because the wrong conversations will cost you your focus, your peace, and your future. Now, if this feels familiar, you're not the problem. Your environment is. Recently, I had a client fly in from the East Coast to work with me. And as she was here, we talked a lot about her environment, different aspects of sort of her healthy lifestyle and her environment and friends. And she was sharing parts of these conversations. And really just based on the questions I asked her, she started pausing a little bit more. Because oftentimes it led to, well, you know, those people down the street, they blah, 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 blah. And I said, well, why do they do that? And she wasn't sure. After she returned home, we connected over a Zoom and she said, I want to apologize to you. I realized that I've been getting caught up in just talking about others and doing that in a group fashion where we all meet and a bunch of women meet on a Tuesday night and they call it Prosecco night, and they meet and they gather and they kind of talk about the town a little bit. And she had found, just through me asking some questions, that she, though she's so focused on her growth and leaning into that growth edge and just being that best version of herself, she said to me, I'm sorry. I realized that I was just kind of being mean. And I don't want to be like that. And she shared that one of her parents, specifically her mom, was like that. And she didn't want to be like that. And she sort of cringed with the idea that she was sounding like that. Though I never said that, just by me asking questions, had her reflect. And when I read this quote, it really landed for me because in the last month or so, she's started to just make some shifts. And like, I don't know if you're listening to the quote that I just read and you go, like I'm not at the tables I want to be at yet. It's simple. It's a very small environmental shift. Oftentimes that's what most change is about. As someone who works and coaches people, oftentimes just shifting the environment makes this radical shift or a subtle shift, either one. I can also relate to it in a big way, not just sharing a client story, but for myself. I remember after having a surgery on my knee and being back in my hometown, and there were a few things I wanted to do. And I remember coming back to New York, and there were a few acquaintances that had been doing a few of the things that I wanted to do. And I remember saying a few things about them in a way that, upon reflection, wasn't who I was, but I was sort of talking shit. And I did not ever think of myself as somebody that would do that. I always thought of myself as somebody who would get shit done. Now, when it comes to the idea of talking shit and getting shit done, there's this picture that I want to share with you right now. Let's put that up right now. That demonstrates it perfectly. You can either be this fine, sharpened point that looks perfect, that doesn't really get out there and create, that doesn't really take risks and lean into your growth. Because growth, with growth comes what? Comes falling down, comes a bunch of failures. Just like that picture, it's a used edge. It's an edge that is dull sometimes, but because it's being used consistently. So whether it's that picture that sort of reminds you, yeah, I don't want to look perfect. I want to look like I'm taking action. Whether this picture helps, or the quote from the beginning, whether it's, hey, I want to make sure that I'm putting myself in the right conversations. I don't want to be talking about others. I want to be experiencing my growth edge. We want to be having these conversations that lean us into speaking about ideas and growth, dreams and goals, and not people. And again, if you're listening, you feel you might be one of those people and you're like, I'm doing that more than I want to. It's okay. Take a step back, assess, maybe journal on it a little bit. What am I talking about? Who am I talking about? And then just simply, what do I want to be doing? What am I not doing? And having some of these journal prompts guide you to getting to the right tables. At first, that right table might just be you sitting at the table by yourself. And then starting as you take action and start to build that momentum, invite someone to your table. And then create a table of growth and ideas and vision. So I hope that you hear this. I hope that you rev up the engines like the motorcycle in the background. And Gene's like, I wanted to cut that out. You don't have to say that. But the idea truly is to take action and shift the environment and create the environment, whether that's simply you closing your eyes and visualizing it, or actually shift your environment to a new place. It's possible. I'm here to tell you that it's one of the reasons why we're here right now. There's lots of studios to record a show or a pod, and a lot of them are sort of dark and moody. And this one isn't. This one's bright and vibrant. And today we even opened up this amazing door so that I can hear, while I'm speaking to you, I can hear this like water fountain in the background. And I can hear that sound, and it's really peaceful for me. I see a bunch of green in front of me, and it puts me in a state of feeling centered. And I hope that your environment does the same. As I've left you many episodes so far, I'll just say one thing, and that's just, hey, get out there, make that environmental shift for you that helps you lean into your growth and make a difference.